Hello and welcome back. In the last video we made it so that we get these cool caves generating, but we also get these weird squiggly lines, and that's what we're fixing in today's video, as well as some things just to make it a bit easier to make. So first I'm just going to say large cave noise texture dot filter mode point. I think this no, it's not that. Dot filter mode equals filter mode dot point. I think what this should do is, as long as this doesn't give me an error, which it probably will do. Yes. So basically what we want to do is, if you have a texture, so let's create a texture. So in here we get in advance we get something called filter mode. Oh, it's not in advance here. What we want is, we're not doing it for square, we're doing it for something else, and we want it to be point. So try that. Nope. That can wait for the next episode. It's not important, it's just a bit easier for us to see some things. But now let's work on the other things. So create a new, so in break tile, remove this and instead say destroy, and now we need an int, actually game object game objects object. So, and then we want to just say destroy object. So just check this doesn't give you an error. Did something wrong there. That's strange. Perhaps you can't take in a game object. What if okay, so basically destroy game objects. That's all we need to do. We just need to reference a game object somehow. So destroy, just like that, just like how it is in this, and we need to reference a game object from here. So for now, we're not going to use the break tile function. We're just going to put it straight in the code. Destroy, and in here we can say tile does not exist. So in place tile, block. Basically, in place tile, we're saying game object block equals new game object with the name of block. So we need to reference block and get it here. So what we need to do is up here create a game object block. And then in here, we don't actually need that. Oh, actually, I think we do to add it. But like that. Block equals new game object. Does that work? Yes. Run that. Alright, there we are. So that worked. Although, the only thing is, now I'm not actually seeing any of our caves. So it appears that this bit didn't work here. So we're getting block and we're trying to destroy it. But the problem is we need to somehow get the X and Y of the block. So, how are we going to do that? Well, first, actually, now let's transfer this into break tile first. So destroy block. And oops, did not mean to do that. And now we've got it as at the top anyway. We don't even need to pass anything in. So that's fine. But we're still not giving it an X and Y. Oh. X, Y. Ah, that's why. Okay. There's a chance this will work. No. Doesn't have appeared to work. I just want to check inside here. So yes, we're definitely getting this. I just want to check something. Try just doing if. Whoa, so that worked. That did work, but now we're getting way too many caves. So we're on the right track. So I'm just going to... So now we just need to limit this down a lot. So squiggle cave frequency needs to be a higher number. Try 0.4. And now we're just getting bigger chunks taken out. But what we can do is, for example, if it's 0.01, that's a small number. Or actually, do smaller numbers give us bigger caves? Never mind. Try 1F. Now these will be tiny, or at least they should be tiny. They're still not as tiny as I thought. Basically, our squiggle caves are actually fine. They're actually good. What we want is for them to be less common. So, we need a few more floats. Public float squiggle cave rarity, and I'm just going to set it to 5 maybe. And now in generate noise, what we need to do in here is say if, before we do anything, or actually do this in here, if X, or if, and if squiggle cave rarity Actually, we need a float first, or a int. Int cave chance equals random.range 0 squiggle cave rarity, which means that the higher this rarity is, the less chance, and in fact we've got it as 5. Now we just need to say, now in here we just say need to say if cave chance equals squiggle cave rarity, not frequency, rarity, then we can do all this stuff. Alright. Whoa. Okay, can't. It's random int cave chance. What error is this one? 71 and 73. So in here, if cave chance equals 0, here random.range 0 squiggle cave rarity. So what does it think? Cannot convert into bool. So for some reason in here it thinks that this is trying to be a bool. So instead I'm going to say like 3 or 1. Try 1. No. Oh. Float, yes. Alright. Now we're just getting one error. Int if cave chance there is equal to 0, then we can do that. What's the problem with that? It still thinks it's a ball for some reason. There shouldn't be any problem with this. So this is a float. Random dot range. I think there's a problem with that. But it could just be a problem here. What if we get rid of that? Do we get an error? No. What happens if we run this now? Nothing should happen. But this, oh no, never mind. So if cave chance is equal to 0, what we should be saying is if cave chance 2 equals science, of course. Now we're not getting any of them again, and this is blank, unfortunately. That's because, why is that? Every time we do the loop, this should be different. If we set this to 1, we should be getting some. If we just run this now. No, we're not. Why could that be? Let's make this public. Cave chance. or actually not public, but serialize field. And I'm going to put this under the header game data. So now here we get some cave chants. So that time it was 0. I like to imagine that it's not going to be 0 every time, but it looks like it is. Why would that be? If we set this to 100, for example, it definitely shouldn't be 0. That could have been a coincidence. No. So cave chance isn't changing. Oh, I know why. At least I think I know why. If that just says cave chance instead of float, we're referencing that cave chance instead of another cave chance. Oh, so we're getting a very direct number because it's a float. Round to int. I think you can do this. No. That doesn't really matter. We just want to get these caves spawning. So let's get rid of this for now again. We don't need this. Get rid of this. And this. Okay. So get rid of that. Have a look at this. Also, one thing I want to do. Terrain, let's set this to like 50. Oh, that doesn't work. Main camera, of course. Also doesn't work. Can't scale it. Orthographic size. I think there's something called orthographic size. Or actually, nope. Ah, there we are. 50 there. Size 50. Or size 100. And then position 50 minus 10. Y can be 50. Okay, there we are. Try that now. Yes, okay, good. So that's still broken, but we are getting the caves. I didn't expect to. So we're saying if squiggle cave noise texture blah blah blah, then break the tile. What we could say is if int float chance equals random dot range 0 to 5. Then if chance equals 1. And also I forgot my semicolon. But all of that. If chance equals 1, 0 to 5. Now alright, here we are. We're on the right track now. But they're way too small, I think. That's why. Because we want loads of lines. But at the minute it's randomly breaking up the lines in random points. So we actually need to... Also, this is way too small. 0.05. Try if we... Or 0.03. If we set it to a very small number again, we've got a better chance. We're still on the right track, but it's not exactly what we hoped for. It's pretty cool though, but not what I want. Set this to something tiny like 0.001. Very small number. Okay. Instead of doing it in here, what we could do is, I'm going to, again, just make it I'd rather have squiggle cave chance at the top. Or actually, no, that's not. Public int squiggle cave chance equals 5. Then down here, this needs to be float chance again. And then here, squiggle cave chance. Okay. After all of that, I actually think we might be onto something. It should look just as it did before. Yeah, it does. Although, gosh, that's a big cave. But now, if we set this to something like 1, we should see some more things happening. Oh, less. 2. 1 might be broken. Because I think, I don't know. So yeah, as you can see, if you set it to 1, we start getting a bit more. This actually is starting to look really cool. Oh, my cursor is broken. But alright. We're on the right track, but we want these caves to look a bit more squiggly and less like tiny holes. So that we need to mess around with the noise a bit. So float p equals math.put in noise. What we could do is have it so that it merges a bit. X plus seed plus 5. Y plus C plus 5. Okay. Now, starting to look a bit better. Yeah. I want to have a look at the texture though. So actually we're just setting it to something different. So that's pointless. We're just getting a different seed. So in this case, x plus x molt y plus y molt. Right, we need to create x molt and y molt. So float x molt equals random dot range 0 plus seed to 10 plus seed. And same for y. Float y molt equals random dot range 0 plus seed 10 plus seed. Alright. Oh. So now it's wanting these as ints instead. X molt y plus y molt. $83. So first it needs to be a float, but then here it needs to be an int. Okay. This is quite confusing. I didn't think it would be this complicated this episode. But we've got a lot of problems with our noise. How long have I been recording for? 27 minutes. We've got a problem with our noise. We need to use a different noise library. But that can wait for a bit. We've at least got these generating in the right place. They don't generate in here, they generate in these bits. We'll look at a different noise. Actually, in the next episode I want to get some different blocks instead of different noise libraries. But bye.